No, I have heard Joel. When Joel bring it up, and Joel be like, I'm not necessarily sure I'm convinced that Jesus did exist. He'll be like, I have a friend, Christ before Jesus, who gives a pretty compelling argument that he probably never existed. So Joel does throw the argument out there once in a while.
Yeah, I do
calls
that.
me
I go,
friend.
I don't know anything about it. I go like I've heard some stuff because I'll say like I don't care. Like I don't if Jesus existed and rose from the dead, it's still a horrible, poorly written plot. You know what I mean? Like I don't care. Like I feel like there's got to be a reason. But I mean, rising from the dead would be pretty impressive. But I always say that I go, you got to talk to my friend Jaron at Christ Before Jesus. Go look up Before Jesus and go talk to him because he really knows what he's talking about. I do always say that, Jaron, but I feel like you should assume that. You don't assume that. I feel like everybody would like kind of because I think they're like good points. Although I did cook you the other day, but like typically you make good points.
I was actually overcooked, believe it or not. Put a fork in me. I was done a good 5 hours ago. Maybe a couple forks would probably be best.
But I'm a great I'm a great apologist, and you know if I ever converted, I would be just dangerous for the whole scene. I would be destroying left, right, and center because I'm just very, very good at apologizing, doing apologetics. I should say.
Well, Canadians are pretty famous for doing a lot of apologizing.
That's true. That's so true. Sorry. What's that?
Man, I do have Benny coming up.
Wait, Benny's talking.
Been here for the whole time.
He's talking right now.
Well, sorry, I have Benny muted on my end.
Oh, that's why every time he was talking, you were just I was like, what an asshole.
I apologize.
Oh, I did hear that. There's like some sort of pre-recorded video of some kind coming up soon. I was so not mad, but like jealous. That's the word. I was so jealous. I was like, "What? Mind shift? That's amazing."
Justin's going to be on Canada's Got Talent here soon. He's taking all of the...
Damn it, he's doing all my things. Well, I mean, I've
Oh,
you bastard.
Okay. All right. Well, that's it, guys. That's
it. I'm becoming an apologist, you piece of shit.
This is for the Doug hate, Joe.
Oh my God.
As soon as I get up to 60,000 subscribers, then I'll be in the cool guys club too. Right now I'm way too low. I'm very small. But if I can get up to because I think that's where Justin is, around the 60K, and Mindshift I think is probably 70 or something. Mm-hmm. But
well, no. So I want to do a interview with him. Hopefully, we're going to try and work something out. So I would like you to interview him.
Oh, I'd be so shy.
I know they say don't meet your heroes, right?
I know. Like Brandon was like pivotal in my deconstruction, like super pivotal, and he's just so smart and like very like focused in what he does. He makes great videos. I like honestly, he's great. He's fantastic.
Yeah, agreed.
And he grew really, really fast. And because I think he knows how to YouTube really well. But yeah, and his videos are fantastic. So I don't know. I would feel very intimidated, you know, even though it seems like very personable.
He's just a guy. He's just another guy.
He's just another guy. But like when you watch the videos, you kind of like think they're your friends, but then also it's just like this guy's like just somebody that's almost like a celebrity now to me.
That's how I was talking about your ass earlier.
But that's not true, Jaron, because we hang out. We're not like
we hang out.
Yeah, like I'll come and hang out on your live. You have been on my live one time.
Oh, I thought you meant in person. I was like, well, I haven't.
No, we'll never ever meet. Oh, but
yeah. Checks out.
No, like if I had like a meet and greet of my fans or something like that at a live.
Yeah, I ain't going to
Yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
No, but if I was
You're
on
not gonna
tour
catch
and
me
then,
dead on that side of the.
if I had a tour and I was doing meet and greet.
Yeah,
with
I'm not going to
fans,
Canada.
Now,
Hey, Cyber, is this your YouTube page, or is this yours, Jaren?
¿por qué no los dos?
This is
Oh,
ours.
CCC.
This is a new one we
Um,
made.
They've
Well,
become a couple for this.
Yes.
you should
We
mod some
wed.
people up in the chat. Just FYI.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wait, say that again.
Mod some people.
Or send me an editor invite. Actually, I'll get with you, Cyber, later on.
Benny's always looking for control. But you
Just
guys,
so I can set up your mods for you. That's all I want to do. I just want to help you
see,
guys.
that's how it
And
starts.
I just
also,
think
I'll get you on that shorts feed.
So I believe that's probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like Benny helped set up my page, and like day one, I was like, damn. And then we get here, and I set this one up by myself, and I'm like, fuck.
That's your mistake right there. You didn't
It's
call
not
me.
Benny, it's the Jets. He doesn't do anything. He gets
It
the
is the
Jets to
Jets.
do it.
Yeah, the Jets really do help out a lot. Like a lot. So, anyways, if there's any Christians listening, and you believe that Jesus existed, why don't you get
Guys,
on that tiny URL
go and
and get
join.
in here?
The URL is pinned in the chat. Is it Cyber?
It's getting there right now.
there.
.com /r
And you guys,
NR.
have you joined the TikTok with your accounts?
Yep.
All right. Well, then we should be getting some good traffic. Enjoy.
Nope. And he's gone.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Like
Yeah,
he was like halfway through the word.
yeah, I know. What the hell, Joel?
Whenever I see Benny's name, no joke, I think of two Bennies that I know of from entertainment. The first one is Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
And if you don't know what movie that's from,
Then you were probably born in the 90s. So then you have, for some reason, and I apologize, because this is VeggieTales. It's Rack, Shack, and Benny. From the story of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They give them the names Rack, Shack, and Benny, and every time I see the name Benny,
Oh, I do know that part.
I'm Rack, I'm Shack, I'm Benny. We work here in the plant. Oh, it's so good. Anyways, sorry. Sorry.
I'll give that one to the Christians. They did all right with VeggieTales.
Yeah, they
But that's why I want to create like something like fruity stories or something like that. You know, something, but it's just like all the bad things in the Bible,
Oh.
and they're like grapes or something. I don't know.
Oh, they're grapes because they're grapists.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but I love the double entendre.
Yeah. There we go. Like, oh, but because it's like a cartoonish, like you legitimately get graped. Like that's the point.
Oh my god. That reminds me of that show, Whitest Kids You Know, where they're like,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna grape you in the mouth. He's gonna shoot the grape juice into their mouth. He's like, look what she's wearing. It's purple.
it's awesome. All right, gentlemen, I gotta listen, and I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna also put an alert up for this YouTube page. That was the other thing why I wanted to know. So, so whenever you go live
okay.
on here, it'll push to the YouTube to everybody. All right.
Yeah, and if
But
you go hop onto the YouTube, I'll mod you over there because I think I've modded you everywhere else.
yeah, cool. All right, peace out. Good luck, guys.
He actually got through his words before he dropped. Joel hit that
Hold
hang up
on.
button as fast as he could.
I got something for Benny.
Run.
Just be running.
I don't even know who does that song, but it always, whenever I hear it, run, like it sounds like Dimitri Martin for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
You know
I
Dimitri
don't
Martin,
know
right?
who.
Comedian?
I don't
He
know
voices
if I
Ice Bear
do.
from We Bear Bears.
Oh,
Ice Bear doesn't like it when you don't recognize him.
I got the new stream up and running. Gonna go over there and mod
Run the jewels.
Benny over there. Just be running, run the jewels. Oh.
I haven't. Did my mic go out?
Oh.
What?
Oh, OBS here. I'm gonna drop you. OBS does this thing where it makes people's mics go weird for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm gonna drop you. Come right back up, and we'll get you back in.
Me?
Yeah. Maybe. Hopefully that'll bring your voice back up. It just
Okay.
quiets your voice up. So I'm going to hang up and then just come back in. All right, we will. Let me get this copied over. Hopefully that fixed it.
Looks good on TikTok.
To OB.
Nick Gray's scholarship just joined the chat. What is going on to Nick Gray's?
Oh,
scholarship?
now I can't hear you. Let's see. Why can't I hear Jaren now?
Uh-oh.
You're talking, right?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Mother frack.
That's not a word.
Oh, now I can hear you. So, Nick,
really
this
small.
is... and hopefully that fixed it for you all. Okay, sounded good just now. All right. And so, yeah, Nick, this is... we're using Video Ninja to stream this. Let me go... I don't know why I'm so much bigger than you over on this. Let's get that fixed.
Yeah, that's right.
Good job. Good job, Jaren. You impressed all the women.
Yes. You see,
Joke's
that's what
on
I'm.
you, though. I send the dads home.
That's what I'm here for. Because when people come up on my live a lot and they're like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking so much crap about Jesus? And I say, I'm here for the ladies. I'm here for the ladies, man. Like this is the way to meet all of the women is talking mythicism.
Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to get some traction. Now, because I see, you know what, Josh? So we have Josh, who's usually in my streams. We're going to go ahead and mod him as well. So Josh, you've been modded as well. And for those who are coming in, who aren't aware, this, I have to do it backwards. This is my friend, Jaren. He is the author of Christ Before Jesus, that you guys have heard me talk so much about. And yeah, and hopefully we get some Christians going on.
They're in the chat. It does say that my audio is a little weird, but we'll keep working through it there. Bro, Cyber, we need to get you a real PC. Let's see. Storm put little hearts. Ickley says, lady here. Nick says, this is how I get to meet all the women. Get stuck with me. That's funny. Instant Eggroll says that my audio sounds a little strange. And then Dark Knight says, sign me up. Oh, snap.
We got Benny over there sharing it out.
Sounds good. Sounds good to me.
So this stream, yes, we will get that link in the TikTok profile as well. So the first person that we did, well, the only person we've had come up, got so caught up on scholars that are professors and wouldn't move from that, didn't want to jump off of that.
Yeah, I can't say that he was a terrible guest. It's just that I think he was really wanting us to basically say that there are no professors, no active professors who are mythicists. And look, I was not lying when I said that I have actually spoke personally with a number of people on that list, and they're privately mythicists. But
Yep.
they're not gonna say that publicly. And I can guarantee you that Richard Carrier has also gone through. Now I understand that is, he said, so you just want me to trust you, and it's like, well, you don't have to. That's fine. We can move on, but at least just recognize that it's more or less a moot point. If you really want us to go find a professor, an active professor who's a mythicist, we can, but it's just, you're probably going to move the goalpost again, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, and not only that, but can you talk about appealing to authority? Like, ask us for the evidence and refute the evidence.
And then numbers, because even when we appealed to the authority too, he's just like, well, I can appeal to more. And I'm like, but okay, like that's why I immediately try my best to just say, no, we're not going to talk about that. Like that doesn't matter. Like, I don't care. Like, just give me the evidence. What do these scholars say? Like, I get that we're always going to find someone who disagrees with you. Always. There's enough people on this planet to where someone is going to disagree with literally everything that you do. There's someone out there who wishes that you didn't even wake up today. Did you know that?
Yeah.
There's someone out there that wishes that you aren't even breathing. But yet, hey, look, there you are. You're doing it in spite of them. So very clearly, middle fingers up. Who cares? And just keep it going. Because until I have evidence, solid evidence that suggests that Jesus existed, or until I get solid evidence that suggests that I should stop breathing, I'm going to continue doing it.
Well, so I don't know if so I don't know if you heard, but the U.S. So I can't speak for the rest of the world, but the United States added a new racial category, being Middle Eastern or North African. So it's a new racial category. It's supposed to be on all federal forms by the end of May or June. And then on the census in 2030, it'll be on the 2030 census. And there are so many YT supremacists that are throwing fits about that because they're like, look at the Jews trying to not be called white. And we're like, you don't want us to be called white. What?
It's not about what color you are. It's about someone having control over what you call yourself. Just having control over you. That's it. That's all it is. That's all it is.
And they literally now whoever put thought into it, clearly, because the actual term that we as a group would use would be Southwest Asian or North African. Like, so it'd be like Swanee or Swana is like the actual term, but they went with a Middle Eastern or North African, which is fine. It's just not the term that we've been using for
Right.
quite a while. But yeah, it's just amazing at how many people, like, you go over these little things and they realize they can't control you it's another step they take away from controlling, and then they start throwing fits about it. It's like ridiculous.
Well, look, I have had, and a couple of you who are here on YouTube and here on TikTok can absolutely remember this, but I've had my fair share of people basically gatekeeping my race and telling me what I can identify as and what I should identify as and what they would identify me as. What about just kind of leave it up to me? Like, how about that? Have you ever considered that and just maybe,
Yeah.
listen to what I say and maybe just shut the fuck up? Considered that?
Yeah. And hey, over here on TikTok, there are 53 of you in here. If there are any Christians that are in here, and especially you atheists, we want to talk with you atheists. Yeah, Benny, we're talking about you, Benny and Joel.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but you Christians, if you believe that Jesus and Paul existed, hop in the box. Let's talk about it. We want to hear your strongest argument for why Jesus and Paul existed. And Double Donkey, I don't want to meet you outside because there's a good chance you'll have a Messiah. You'll have a Messiah sitting on you. And I'm not about to catch fists with Jesus.
I don't have a problem with the two donkeys. It's the Jesus on top of them that's going to cause me some issues. But if you have noticed, so what we did here, what I don't want to stop Cyber from going off on what he was talking about there, because I think he did crack the code on how to become popular on YouTube, and it's talk about the Jews. That is that is how you get everybody to come into your live and comment. Jay Ron the point.
I think it's the case that, like, because you heard Joel's response, like, maybe it's because I am Jewish and just the big weather laser upstairs is like, yes, we grant YouTube passage.
Maybe just one day I will be able to gain the trust of enough Jewish people to where I will be able to at least gaze upon this space laser. Just look at it. I don't want to fire it. I don't even want to aim it. I just want to see it. That's what I want to see.
The reason why it hasn't been fired, like, let's be real, there's so many in so little time that you literally just like when you find out, you'll get a letter in the mail and it'll be like, hey, here's your 6-month warning. You got to be there, and it's literally just passing it to the next one. It just goes in your hand and it passes.
It's like a court summons. Like if you're not actually ready for this laser, then that's just too bad. There will be a warrant out for your zapping.
Yep.
Only because you were from somewhere that not speak. Who? What? I think I
But
I
yeah,
agree
surely.
with you.
But surely there is some Christian out there wanting to have a talk. Surely there is.
They don't call it the YouTube to alt-right pipeline for no reason. Oh, Deconstruction Junction just said hi in the chat there on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, Josh is in here.
That is.
So we can go. Yeah. Hashtag praise the Lord. There we go. There we go. See, what we're trying to do is we're trying to appeal to all you liberal cucks out there on on TikTok and simultaneously go all to you conservative schnauzy assholes on YouTube, and we're trying to bridge that gap. This is us. This is an olive branch to both sides. Look no further
and
than
Deconstruction Junction is Benny.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay. I thought. Okay, that makes sense now. Hashtag Trump 2024. It's already passed. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Well, yeah. Welcome into Reason and Rebellion, where we get a little bit more candid on our positions on things. Hashtag Jews for Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God. Benny's actually going so hard in the paint, he may actually get a 3-second violation, and we might get banned on YouTube, guys. That's how that works. We're gonna get yellow fruited on one of these things. Yeah, I see. That's ridiculous.
Well, let's admit though, I'm fairly certain after Benny typed that, he did probably have to go throw up in the toilet for a little bit. I know I'd have to.
Is Benny Jewish? I didn't know Benny was Jewish.
Is Benny Jewish? Oh, I don't know if Benny's Jewish. But I know if he typed in Trump 2024, I'd have to go throw up after saying that. Like, bleh.
Gosh. But anyways, yeah, like I was saying earlier, guys, if you are looking for a safe haven for your centrist politics, look no further than right here on Reason and Rebellion. We are the most centrist people possible. We find good in both sides. No. Now I've got to go throw up.
And what we are really wanting, though, are our debate. So if you believe that Paul and Jesus existed, hop in the box. It's tinyurl.com/RNR guest. Give that a type. We'd love to chat with you. And if you're in here right now, and you're following us, go hop over on YouTube and give us a follow over there. What's really important as well is making sure our engagement over on YouTube is big, because not only do we have subscriber goals we have to reach, but we have watch hour goals we need to reach.
Yep. John Gates on YouTube says, hashtag Trump 2025. I guess we're going back to the polls, guys.
And April, thank you so much for the subscription over on YouTube.
Woo woo!
So now subscription on YouTube are like followers on TikTok.
Yes.
So if you do want to support us in other ways, once we are able to, you'll be able to purchase memberships.
Trump is still denying that he lost the Pope election. That's funny. Okay, that is something that I guess we could talk about real quick, is the Pope. I mean, he was selected today.
Yeah, he's the first American Pope. I guess he was in charge of a few areas in South America.
Yes.
While he was a cardinal.
Mm-hmm.
And it just oh, go ahead.
Again, I'm just so hung up on the idea that Villanova University has an alumni section that now gets to say the straight up Pope, like the leader of the Catholic Church, got a degree in mathematics from us. Like, what? That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's a crazy ability. And what's funny is that there's the former name of Villanova University was St. Augustine's Academy. You can just straight up be Pope Leo's Academy now. Legitimately.
John, we can see the death emoji. We can see the death emoji. Yeah, no, that's what I'm interested in. Like, no, no, no. I taught the Pope. Ask me about my Catholic doctrine, because if it wasn't for me, the Pope never would have had his degree. Thus, he never would have went on the path he did. So, thank me.
Good old Pope Leo. Pope Leo.
I just want to know how they choose their names. Like we were talking about this earlier on your live. Is it a case where like they go in and they're like hoping that they get elected? So is this like a name that you become a cardinal and you're like, if I become Pope, I'm gonna go under the name of Cyber Deconstruction the First.
Well, so you can be whatever you want, but generally what they do is they select a name that's already been there. Francis was kind of unique here recently with being one of the first, or being the first Francis, and saying, "Hey, look, I'm going to choose a name that hasn't been there before." But Leo the 14th, that's not too terribly bad, I guess. Whatever.
I don't know. I kind of like what Instant Egg Roll said. They get their name from the papal fortune cookie.
Yeah. Sorry, try again. I don't know what that means.
Well, what I wonder though is because I think it takes a 3/4 vote of the voting cardinals, because there's cardinals that are there but they're non-voting. So, and it's behind closed doors, so it's extremely secretive. Like, are the cardinals in there like getting up and giving like debates? Like, are they going up there and not debates? Are they up there like presenting their case why they should be Pope? Like, how does this work?
My understanding from what I've heard before is that you kind of all sit around and they do like a secret ballot type thing, and then it's read out, and then the ballots are burned or something like that. And the first round is usually they don't usually select anybody because they all vote for themselves usually. And so you're basically convincing other people to like vote for you more or less. Um, and so you could basically win with a small amount of votes, from what I understand, because everyone else is just out there just voting for themselves. Because I mean, if you if you get passed up for being pope, chances are, especially if they elect a fairly young one, you're gonna die before the next pope is. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna miss your chance. You're gonna miss your window. Like you only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to pope, because opportunity comes once in a lifetime. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's going to be vomit on your sweater. You know, it's going to be mom's spaghetti.
The Lord Spaghetti. Lord Spaghetti.
The Lord Spaghetti. Oh, man.
Pope Rabbit. Pope Rabbit the First. Now, let's see. Something that is kind of interesting is you can now drive by the childhood home of the Pope in Dalton, Illinois. It's just this little house. You can literally go by the house of the Pope just driving by. Do you have any idea how many Catholic people are going to be outside of that house just constantly now? Like
Right.
constantly. It's going to be obnoxious. Like imagine being the neighbors and just being like, oh, well, yeah, there was some guy who lived over there who's now, I guess he's a priest or something. And then he becomes Pope. Like, oh my God, I would sell my house. I'd be like, no,
You're
I'm not
gonna-
going to deal with all this shit.
You're going to have people like showing up wanting to like have their child baptized in the very room that the
In the
Pope
bathtub.
slept in as a child.
Yeah. It'd be like, oh, maybe there's some holy water left in the fucking bathtub or something. like just drinking from the outside hose. You
They going like they're gonna go in there and be like, wait, is that the original toilet?
know? Can my dog drink out of this? Will he live forever? Like, is that how that works? Like, it's ridiculous. Are you able to pull up? Are you able to pull up a picture of? You could just look at Pope Leo the 14th. Jamie, can we pull that
Yeah,
up?
I can get this brought up.
Yeah.
Pope
So yeah, just on the
Leo.
Wikipedia, it has the picture of it. It looks like it's a normal little house, you know. Looks like it
Oh,
might
Pope
be
Leo the 14th house.
yeah. Well, I mean, you can just look at his Wikipedia, just Pope Leo 14th, and just scroll down.
Are we looking? Well, like, so are we looking at his house or him?
It's his house. It's in the early life and education.
Oh.
It should be one of the first pictures on the Wikipedia there for him.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so weird. Like, it's cool. It's kind of cool that he's from America, but at the same time, like, it's just gonna be so. It's just so weird. It's a weird, and imagine living in it, man. Like, because this is just a childhood home. Imagine being someone who lives in that house, and like you've got people who are constantly coming by and like knocking on your door and shit. Like, we, that's so weird. It's so weird because one of the places that I remember driving by here recently was the childhood home of Bill Clinton, and they're in Hope, Arkansas, and it's really strange. There's like signs out in the front and everything. Whoever lives there now, like it's a private person who lives there, but like they have um they have a whole bunch of like political signs and everything. Are you trying to pull up the picture of the house?
Yeah.
It's on the Wikipedia page. If you want, it's just like the normal picture of the house. But yeah, like it's a weird
Ads.
it's a weird kind of feeling just driving by the childhood house of somebody famous. Like I don't know. Something about it just seems odd to me. Like I can understand driving by the house of somebody famous. They'd be like, "Oh, the famous person is in there." But to go somewhere and just be like, "This is where the famous person was a kid." I don't know. Something about it's just really weird. Let's see. Instant Egg Roll says, "No way, dude. You got to cash in, make a tourist attraction out of it." Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people.
That's the
don't live-
house.
Yeah, there we go. There's the house. There is the house. That is the childhood home of Pope Leo the 14th. There it is. There it is.
I am curious. Oh, I should have looked up the
Looks like
address.
a Minecraft house.
Should have
can you
looked up
designate
the address first.
Can you designate it as like a as like a nonprofit? Can you basically turn your house into a nonprofit to where you don't have to pay taxes on it or anything like that? Could you turn it into like a historical landmark? Like I would be looking for tons of ways to somehow monetize my house now that I'm living in a former pope's or a pope's former house. Like I would be looking for any way to possibly turn this into a money making endeavor. Just my existence.
Mm-hmm.
Like turn it into
Yep.
just like little mini amusement park. For like have like a Pope Mobile little roller coaster, or put a little Ferris wheel in the back, a Francis wheel. We'll do that, a Francis wheel, where it's just
Francis will. You got a little
Got his face
Pope-mobile
on
that
it.
like goes around the perimeter of the
Got a little
property.
train or something, yeah, for the kids. Be like, oh hey, all you little Catholic kids, you want to take a little ride? It's $20 a pop.
If you want to take a shit on the Pope's toilet.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would be removing like anything and everything that was like old in that house. Like if I bought it and it's like, oh yeah, that's the like fucking original tile, and when you bought the house, you're like, that's fucking disgusting. But like now you're like, I want to find that tile. Where's some pieces of it? I chopped it up and I put down some hardwood. I need to find the old tile and I need to get an eBay profile stat. Like you could literally make so much money just saying this is straight up tile that the Pope walked on as a baby.
Imagine though, like you go through this thing, you're buying a house that you think was the Pope's house. Then you just find out there's a bunch of false advertising because they really wanted to get like genuine people buying the house. And you're just like,
The sound effect. Ridiculous. Let's see. Someone says, don't let me near the Pope's toilet. I'm a leaving upper decker. Yeah, because, okay. So, first of all, you got the crazies that are like, the Catholic. I'd say that's your biggest concern. But then you have the people who are like anti-Catholic. And I would also be on the lookout for them. I'd be on the lookout of people who are going to come by and somehow like do any kind of vandalism or vandalize your yard or your house or something because you're Catholic. Same thing with like that's what I fully expected to find at like the childhood home of Bill Clinton there in Hope, Arkansas. It's just so random. It's like a block away from a Dairy Queen. Like it's so random. It feels weird to drive by. I guess it's because I'm used to like I went to Monticello as a kid, right? And it's like this huge sprawling area, you know, where you know you who lived in Monticello? Was it Jefferson? I think it was Jefferson. And
I think so. Yes. No, yeah. Jefferson.
Mount Vernon is Washington. Yeah, I was there too. And you see it and you're like, wow, this is magnificent, you know. And people are paying to like walk around and be like, oh yeah, who owned this? Oh, that was a slave. Oh, okay, cool. Who owned this? That was also a slave. Oh, okay, cool. You know, that kind of stuff. But then with Bill Clinton's house, it's just like, all right, well, there it is. I mean, that not his current house. His current house, I'm sure, is sprawling. But it's weird. But I fully expected there to be like toilet paper in the trees and shit. Like people just completely vandalizing it.
Yeah, I'm checking something. Here we go. Checking something right now.
Turns out it was owned by some other guy named Pope Leo the 14th. Let's see. The childhood home of Marshall Mathers is cool too. Is it? I that's what I want to check out. You could look at Google Maps and enable traffic to see if there's a lot of people going by. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know the address for it. Let's see. Marshall Mathers childhood
Well,
home.
and
Wait.
well, so something that is funny. Speaking of that, so do you know who Wilson Rawls is?
No.
He wrote Where the Red Fern Grows.
Ah, okay.
So he's not from the town that I live in, but well, he's not even from there. He moved to a little town, like super small town. This is a town. First of all, it's named Mud Lake, of all things, and it's super small. And I remember a few years ago, his house doesn't stand anymore. The house isn't standing anymore. But the property went for sale, and that was like the big advertising piece was that he owned the property.
And that makes sense. That makes sense. I guess that's one of those things that like you got to wait a while to find the right buyer. But if you find the right buyer, they're going to pay extra for that.
Yeah,
But
not me.
that's
I'll
another
be
thing,
like,
yeah, if you wanted to cash out and you didn't want all the traffic and stuff like that, you could probably sell the house to some crazy Catholic who's going to pay you tons of money.
right.
Man, I just find that kind of stuff fascinating.
So there are 45 people in here, and so every time I've done test runs, and when I was doing runs to try to get this account up to where I could go on Live Studio, I was having people come up here constantly wanting to debate me. So for those that were coming in to help me test out, they're up here watching people come in to debate. And now I'm like, where are they? Like, Christians, hop on up. Jesus Paul never existed. We want to get in at least one more debate. Hop on up. It's tinyurl.com/RNR guest. Type that in. Come on up. If you're over on YouTube, type it on in. Come on over. We'd love to chat with you. We just want to know what your evidence is. Michael Smith, is this like Brokeback Mountain? No. But if you believe Jesus and Paul existed, hop on up. Let's talk about it. Provide your evidence. I would love to hear your evidence. The link's right up here. Give it a go.
Yeah, Michael Smith, you can request up. That's perfectly fine, and we're not going to take your head off. We'll talk to you, but my advice is don't make a Brokeback Mountain out of a Brokeback molehill. Just come on, just you can come up and we can have a conversation. We'll be fine.
I just want to know why he sees. I just want to know why he sees two men in cowboy hats, and that's the first thing that comes to his mind. Do cowboys make you hot and bothered? You little sweaty under the collar there, Michael?
Under the chaps. Don't hate the hat.
And this call it Brokeback deconstruction. So keep in mind too, this live is a once a week live. It's going to be every Thursday, starting at 10 Central, 9 Mountain, 8 Central, and what is that, 12 I don't know when we go Eastern. Moo buckaroo.
Yeah, because wow. Yeah, because we're already 20 minutes over right here because we were normally going to do it for 2 hours, but wanted to kind of give a little bit more time here to anybody who might want to pop up here. But as with anything, it takes some time to kind of grow it. It's just kind of how it works. It's not a problem. And thanks, big thanks to Benny and to Joel Reads Bible for coming up and giving some pointers and whatnot on how to kind of make it a little bit more visible here on YouTube and TikTok. Love you guys and love everyone who's stuck around and everything.
Curious why you're using. Yeah, and Mario said, curious, why are you using that platform? What platform? Mario?
I think he's maybe talking about Jesus and Paul never existed, like the topic, I think is what he's maybe talking about.
Oh, the top, yeah, they never existed. If you have evidence, we'd love to hear it. Hop on up, come up with the evidence, love to hear it.
Oh no, just
tiny URL?
Oh, because it's on YouTube and on TikTok. If you hop on TikTok, if you request up, it's not gonna. We can't hear you.
Yep. So we do it this way. We can stream it to both platforms. And the nice thing about doing it over, because we're actually on Video Ninja right now, and the nice thing about doing it on Video Ninja is, people can't unmute themselves. So you don't have to get into the mute battle with people and then just end up dropping them because you just get tired of muting them constantly.
Yeah, it happens. It looks like, by the way, reading about the papacy there for Pope Leo, it says after accepting his election, which occurred at the 4th round of voting, Provost embraced the cardinals upon exiting the Sistine Chapel.
Wait, what did he do to the Cardinals upon exiting the Sistine Chapel?
He embraced them, like he hugged them, I guess.
Man, that's a lot of hugs. There's like 134 voting Cardinals. I don't know how many not voting.
Wow. He was the first one
The ORL
born
is
after
cut off?
World War II. That's insanity.
Is he?
Yeah. Okay, he's the first North American pope, the first born in the United States, the first citizen of both Peru and the United States via dual citizenship, the first from an English-speaking country since Adrian IV in the 12th century, the first named Leo since Leo XIII, obviously, the first born after World War II, and the 267th pope overall. Dear God.
Doing some, because it looks fine on my YouTube and on my TikTok. It was looking fine. So we are doing some adjusting here. Go and click this guest, bring them down a little bit. We'll do me down a little bit, then Jaren down a little bit.
Need more friends over on YouTube, and we're registered. Now URL's hidden? What?
Oh, I had to move some things around to uncover it when I shrunk the thing down.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so we'll stay live for about another 5 minutes, Jaren. If we don't get anybody else coming up to debate, and we'll see you guys again. Talk about how Paul canceled some of Jesus' teachings. Yeah, Paul definitely. Well, and not only that, but when you actually read the Pauline letters, you'll see where Paul and the disciples of Christ, the people who actually knew Christ, they get in some confrontations. They're not a fan of where Paul is trying to take the church. But I feel like it's a case of because of these Pauline letters, the church fathers kind of had to make it seem like Paul was the winner of those, or Paul was the one who was making sense out of those. And we could also, do we like the R&R logo? Like, I like the railroad theme of it. Should we maybe do a challenge with chat and they could submit us logos that maybe we can go over? What I think it would need to do is maintain the railroad crossing sign. I think we want to keep that. But come up with a sign, and maybe in a couple weeks from now, Jaren and I will go over them, and we'll go over a few that we like, and maybe we'll put it up to a vote. But we'll decide how we want to come up with the logo.
That sounds good to me. I'm all for it.
Yeah, Pool Vibes isn't allowed to enter, though.
Yeah. Basically, any kind of drawing, if Full Vibes is even remotely close, nah, we're good. And hopefully,
Yeah.
Full Vibes
Well,
now
and I don't
realizes
think
that this doesn't mean head.
Right. Well, I mean, it kind of does. I mean, it's just our heads.
Yeah. 2 heads actually.
I mean, it meant head, but it was the wrong kind of head. It was a hino, if you know what I mean, a head and name only.
All right, everybody. Well, like I said, welcome to the last episode of R&R. The first and the last, the only. But yeah. It's getting late in the great state of Texas. I've got to hop off, but thank you very much to everybody who has supported us, and hopefully we'll continue to do so. Yeah, we'll come back next week with another great topic, and obviously, don't forget to check out Cyber Deconstruction and Christ Before Jesus. Both of us actually have YouTube channels as well. I know that if you're there in YouTube, I have commented a couple times. So you can give that particular channel a follow. I know that Cyber's, I think, maybe commenting as well. And they're on TikTok. We are there in the guest boxes there. So there's Cyber and Christ Before Jesus. If you'd like to give us a follow there on TikTok or YouTube.
Yep. And with that said, with our official launch of this, all right. With that said, we will see you all next week. I feel like we might need to come up with a sign off line. And the fit for this live has been whiskey.
Yes.
For me specifically, Jack and Coke.
And for me, standard proof whiskey is Texas pecan. Texas pecan. It's good stuff. Tastes like
And
pecan.
with that said, we will see you all next week. Jaron, what is your normal schedule like?
Oh, on TikTok?
Yes. I mean, what time do you go to bed? What time do you wake up? Do you shower after you wake up? Is it before bed?
Well, I usually pee first thing in the morning. Then I get out of bed, and I get dressed. No, all right. No one's gonna. Okay. Anyways, so point is, I'll usually go live on TikTok around about 9:30, 10, somewhere in there, in the morning Central. Instant Egg Roll says, I'm not a fan of that order of operations, Jared.
But with that said, we will see you next week. Y'all have a fantastic evening. Gonna go ahead and get this ended here on TikTok. We'll
from
get over here.
A tip of the hat.
Tip of the hat. Bye-bye. And we are ended on YouTube. So it's just us now.